Wow, it was a nail-biting 60-meter men's final at the New Balance Grand Prix indoor meet between Jamaica's Ackeem Blake and the USA's Noah Lyles. Wow, what a treat. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, three lions clashed at the New Balance Grand Prix Indoor Meet 2024. Well, maybe an hour or so ago. And I'm telling you, this one was a treat. In the end, it came down to a battle between Jamaica's Ackeem Blake and the USA's Noah Lyles. Not to forget Fred Curley. But you know what? Let's take a look at the actual race. In the finals with the men's 60-meter, Noah Lyles won with a time of 6.44. Note that time. A new world lead, a meet record, and a new personal best, with Jamaica's Ackeem Blake setting a season's best of 6.45. That's how close it was. Ronnie Baker of the United States came third in 6.54, season's best, and Fred Curley ran 6.55 to take that fourth spot.
Totalmente. Sí, lo que pasa es que a esta gente no le gusta perder ni jugando las chapas.
Arranca esta final, vamos a ver porque parece que es Noah Lyles lo que acaba de hacer, 6.44, vaya marcaza que acaba.
Final, y esto como digo es un preludio de lo...
I honestly have no idea how Noah Lyles caught Ackeem Blake. Ackeem Blake led up until the final step. I am not exaggerating. Kudos to Ackeem Blake, amazing run, 6.45 people, new season's best. That's an incredible run. Noah Lyles running 6.44. It could not have gotten any closer than it was, and I have to tell you, I have become a fan of Noah Lyles. I've admitted that he's a worker, people. I don't think he's a naturally talented sprinter. I know you're going to argue with me, but he clearly puts in the work. Listen to his interview after his win.
Record. I'm thinking about last year when I PR'd at this meet and I became the 3-time world champion. Now I'm looking at another major PR. Guess what that means? We coming after everything, all the Olympic medals.
Now in heat one of the men's 60 meters, it was Noah Lyles who took that one in 6.54 ahead of Ronnie Baker, who ran 6.59 to take second.
And we'll see what Noah Lyles brings in heat number one. It's a pretty confident start up alongside Baker. Sonny Brown is there as well. But
in heat number two, Jamaica's Ackeem. Check out the newest video from our new channel, Peter Lloyd World of Wealth. I'll return to Treasure Island. I was extremely young. Let's say I had not entered my 20s. And for the first time in my life, I held on to some decent money. What did I do? Watch our newest video at Peter Lloyd World of Wealth, link in the description below. Jamaica's Ackeem Blake ran a close second in heat number two to the United States' Fred Curley. We expected more from him in the finals, but Fred Curley, is not an experienced 60-meter sprinter, to be very frank. Fred Curley won heat number two in the men's 60-meter dash with a time of 6.57 ahead of Jamaica's Ackeem Blake, who ran 6.58. I believe Ackeem was clearly holding back.
Fred Curley in four. Gets out well, and Blake alongside. Now Blake maybe a half step ahead, but they're regaining the lead and the...
Now, to be honest, on paper, this was Ackeem Blake's race to lose. He entered this 60-meter dash as the second fastest man in the world with a time of 6.49, which he has improved this year. Of course, he ran at the Grace Jackson Meet 2024 that happened at the Jamaica National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, about a week or so ago. Now, this of course is my 2 cents. Before we talk about Jamaica's Ackeem Blake, let's talk about this young man who came out on top with that world-leading time of 6.44, his new personal best and meet record at the New Balance Grand Prix, which happened earlier this evening. I have to admit, this young man says it and he does it. He works. He clearly is putting in the time. I'm not saying the other athletes aren't working, But I also think, and this is my opinion, that there is a little bit of Muhammad Ali happening here. If you remember, I mean, I don't really remember any other male sprinter telling the world, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. I mean, people have implied it, you know, and said it, but not the way he does it, not with the bravado he does it with. It's kind of like Muhammad Ali telling the world that I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. And I do believe that at some point this impacts other persons psychologically. I mean, I believe this impacted Fred Curley even today. Fred Curley should have been in that top 3, but he faded. Again, I must concede that Fred Curley does not have the experience. He's not an experienced 60-meter indoor sprinter. But I do believe that this thing that Noah Lyles does is a part of his arsenal. You know, it's a part of the reason why he's doing so well. I'm not saying he's not a great sprinter. He is clearly a great sprinter. He's clearly done the work. One of his the weakest part of his work, and he said it in the interview, but I couldn't show you that part, of his sprint was his start. And he's clearly improved that. I mean, he caught Ackeem Blake on the line. He caught him like, I don't know, half of a step before. He caught him on the line. Ackeem Blake was incredible. So I do believe that a part of the reason why this young man is doing so well is that he's gotten into the psyche, into the headspace of most of the sprinters. Which now leads me to talk about Jamaica's Ackeem Blake. This was Ackeem Blake's race to lose. Now, I know many of you say 60 meters are not important, but I completely, utterly disagree with you. We've seen how Shericka Jackson has improved, and we've seen them do this with other athletes. You work on your race in stages. If there's a flaw, we've seen them doing it with Ashley Forbes, and you're seeing the results. You fix one aspect of the race, so you fix your start, then the transition, then your top end, then running through the line. The race is in stages. So the 60 meters is important, and we saw what Noah Lyles, his team has done at Noah Lyles. His start was atrocious. It's still not the best, but it has certainly improved immensely. Now, Ackeem Blake, I thought his performance here was incredible. But I still believe that he lost this race primarily because he allowed Noah Lyles to get into his head. Nothing else makes sense to me. Same thing with Fred Curley. Now, I believe with Fred Curley in the heats, he probably eased up because he wanted to save something in the tank for the finals. But in the finals, he was out like a rocket, people. His start was incredible. He led for 98% of this race. He lost the race literally in the last stride of the race. And I'm taking nothing away from Noah Lyles. I've become a fan. But I do believe that Ackeem Blake should be aware that he cannot allow this young man to get in his headspace. I honestly think that one of the arsenals, one of the reasons why Noah Lyles is doing really well against all these sprinters is because they're beginning to believe. They're beginning to believe. They are beginning to believe what he says. And you can't allow that to happen. You cannot believe the rival. You can't. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I do think that Ackeem Blake did very well here. Looking forward to great things from him. But I'm going to say it again. Some of you are going to argue with me. Noah Lyles, one of the reasons outside of his hard work and his dedication and his natural raw talent is he's gotten into people's head. It's the Muhammad Ali psychosis. Now, don't forget to go over there and support our new channel, Peter Lloyd World of Wealth. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you're royals, kings and queens. Bless up!